Rwanda, a nation determined to become a knowledge-based economy. Here, the greatest natural resources lies not beneath the ground, but in the minds of its people. For years, Rwanda has invested heavily in education, with higher learning institutions as the true catalyst of this transformation.
We are not only producing skilled managers, but also future employers and change makers who are contributing to Rwanda's vision of knowledge-based, service-driven economy.
From large universities like the University of Rwanda to smaller, specialized institutions with laser-focused missions, the country is already seeing results.
The first cohort of graduates, in the first year of graduation, 75% of them were engaged in meaningful work, whether employed, whether in graduate school, or whether starting their own business. And we are keeping track, and that number is going up.
These institutions are game changers, reshaping entire sector from agriculture to hospitality and redefining what education can achieve. Agriculture remains at the heart of Rwanda's economy. Under the National Strategy for Transformation, NST2, the goal is clear: modernize agriculture and make it a driver of growth and sustainability. But this vision requires more than tradition. It demands skilled, innovative leaders.
When we started, the first thing we said was we want 80% of our graduates to be able to start their own organizations, whether it's a farm, whether it's a company, whatever it is they want to do. But the program is designed such that with the hands-on that we offer, a student can be technical, a student can be business-like, and a student can be a doer. That is really the way we are designed. The feedback we have from industry has been very positive, that the human resource, the manpower that we're producing out of RICA meets a lot more of the expectations of industry than the traditional university. Because we're technologically driven, we also believe that the youth feed in well into that, applying technology to agriculture. So our students will think of how do we make agriculture not a rigor, but something that you can thrive upon, that has a future. So we believe that the program at RICA is designed, is tailored, and gradually it's accomplishing that of producing youth with interest in agriculture in the value chain to intervene. And we see that in the next decade, our students should be strong influencers of the direction of agriculture in Rwanda.
Enter RICA, the Rwanda Institute for Conservation Agriculture, a bold experiment in science, sustainability, and innovation.
The Rwanda Institute for Conservation Agriculture is set to train students in a very practical way. And so our program design is experiential in nature, and this implies that our students are well grounded in the theory of agriculture, but they also spend half of their time in hands-on practical experience. And so this makes them ready for industry, ready to start their own businesses, and to be more aware of opportunities and challenges within the practice of agriculture.
Founded by philanthropist and farmer Howard G. Buffett, RICA is more than a university. It is a living laboratory for the future of farming.
RICA was initiated by the Howard Buffett Foundation together with the government of Rwanda to address the concern of limited skills in agriculture, especially science or the theoretical component, as well as the hands-on practical experience, so that we train students who have sufficient knowledge, theoretical knowledge, but also sufficient hands-on practice in agriculture, different fields of agriculture. That includes crop production, animal science, food processing to overcome issues of post-harvest handling, post-harvest losses, as well as irrigation in the event of drought. Then we should be able to produce sufficiently and sustainably. So RICA was established to address that concern of really addressing the skills gap. But in addition, it was instituted to promote conservation agriculture. We all know that agriculture is first and foremost based on soil, and soil is it's not just a renewable resource, but it can easily be depleted, but it can be restored. And so we promoting conservation agriculture to make sure that the soil is used sustainably for a longer period of time to ensure sustainable food security.
Located in Bugesera district, its vast campus provides the perfect environment for learning, testing, and innovation.
When we came to select this site, there were a couple of sites that we were looking at, but this happened to be the most preferred, not because it was the best, because it was the hardest to work with. Given that this area is one of the harshest areas in Rwanda, it's one of the driest parts of the country, that the donor felt like if we can solve problems of drought in Rwanda, then you're going to be a model for the entire African region. And so if we put the campus in the hardest part, I think that's going to be a challenge to the people who will be living there, because you're going to be seeing these things every day. And so since you're going to be seeing them every day, then you have to find solutions for them. And so this location was really selected based on, it was in the harder part of the country. And so since it is, let's go there. Let's start by finding solutions for that place. And if we do, we're going to be able to have answers for challenges elsewhere. Had we gotten an area whereby the rainfall is good, it's never dry, our thinking could be different. But here, we always, whenever there is drought, we are some of the first people to experience it. It's the students that are the first people to experience it. And so it always reminds us, hey, we have something to do, we have something to do, we have something to do.
Here, students don't just study agriculture, they live it. From sunrise in the fields to research labs and business incubators, they gain the practical skills, entrepreneurial vision, and confidence to thrive.
There are days where I have to go to class without going to farm, and there are days where I have to go to farm before going to class. So when I have to go to class, when I don't have to deal with farming the whole day, wake up, prepare myself for class, then go to class, have a lecture. In the evening, I have to go to the projects. We have daily projects. I have to go to a project to see the process, the progress where we are, and discuss with my friends to see what we can do to improve our project, and deal with homeworks and assignments. Yeah, but also when I have to go to farm, I wake up early in the morning. That's what farmers do. Early in the morning, I go to the farm. It's either in the field or to go look at the livestock. And when I have to go to the field, I wear boots, overalls, you change the look, and then you go to the farm. You deal with farming practices, and then you come back, you prepare, go back to class.
RICA, we're kind of looking at education in it's kind of a paradigm shift. The classical education has been you specialize in one area and that's what you're good at. But life is not like that. Life requires a multifaceted individual. So as we teach agriculture, we still teach other skills that our graduates need to learn. Things like communication, entrepreneurship, IT. So you need to think about some of those enabling skills that would enable the student to deploy the science that they have learned. And so we also cover those areas to make sure we have a good agricultural entrepreneur who can easily create his or her own job, who can be easily employed, or who will be employable.
We are trying to create employment. That's why, actually, that's one of the main drives that led me to come at RICA, because I'm able to get practical experiences, and an entrepreneur should be having that balance of both the theory and the practical experiences, so that you are able to manage each and every farming operation. So on top of agriculture courses, we take leadership courses, we take entrepreneurship courses.
We develop projects in class, we work on them, and even plan for them financially. So this gives us insights on the outside world, in the business world, where we have to, which prepares us in the future. When you go out, you will have some experience on this, because of these courses we get in entrepreneurship. They shape us to be employers, and also helping us navigate some challenges that we'll be facing in the future during our businesses.
Training at RICA mirrors the life of both farmers and future agribusiness leaders. The focus: conservation agriculture, a model that restores soils, improves yields, and ensures food security.
Agriculture and farming is not only about growing crops or dealing with livestock, it's also about the regenerating soils and preserving ecosystems. So directly applying these principles of conservation agriculture, like crop rotation, mulching, and cover crops, taught me that we can secure Rwanda's future agriculture through doing conservation agriculture. I now see farming as an innovation space, where the science and sustainability meet to create systems that are climate resilient and to provide food for people, but also not harming the future, the future land.
For RICA students, agriculture is no longer seen as old-fashioned. It is modern, it is innovative, it is the future, a sector young people are proud to embrace.
So far, I like it. When I came in my first year, I didn't know how it goes. So then we planted, we did it. We planted, and then seeing our crops grow, I was like, oh, this is what I wanted. This is the best feeling.
When we came in the first year, we started studying smallholder farmers operations. So we grew up being trained into bigger scale enterprises. So I found myself learning just from the grassroots, then growing up into enterprises. Now I'm in the agriculture mechanization enterprise. So I'm very confident that I'm getting those skills that I wanted to sharpen when I wanted to come here.
We as the youth of Rwanda, we're encouraged to build Rwanda in different sectors, and you have many people who do different. We have doctors, we have musicians. We all contribute to the same thing. So I decided to contribute in agriculture, specifically conservation agriculture.
The impact begins close to home, with graduates already transforming their communities, championing climate-smart practices, and helping Rwanda secure its food future.
We're trying to set RICA up in such that our success is not based on how many publications our faculty publish, but how much of that knowledge is adopted by the farmers. And that is what is going to be it's going to determine our success and our impact as an institution and our appreciation. So hopefully in the few years to come, we should be able to have some success stories that are going to be based on how much knowledge we generate and share, and what impact that knowledge has had in the communities. We've created model farmers, so we've selected out a few farmers. These are farmers who are more dynamic and willing to try out things. So we have a program for creating model farmers within the communities around us, so that as we work with these farmers and they improve their livelihood, they improve their production, they're going to be the ones that we'll be using to show others what is really possible. There's a cooperative in Nasho that we've been working with for quite some time now to help them with modernized agriculture. We help them with marketing, we help them with agronomic practices. We've had MOUs with a fertilizer company. We've had an MOU with the Rwanda Environment Management Agency, and really that is very exciting to us because the whole thing is about conservation, ecosystem-based adaptation. And conservation agriculture is a very important component of ecosystem-based adaptation. So we have 4 sites. We're working with them to implement ecosystem-based adaptation, to train farmers about soil management, forestry management, restoration of degraded areas, and that kind of partnership that we feel has direct impact with the farmers. They are the kind of partnerships that we really pay attention to more than just partnerships for simple training.
Another sector that is reshaping Rwanda's economy is hospitality. Tourism revenues are soaring, and Rwanda now ranks among Africa's top 3 destinations for meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibition, MICE. To sustain this growth, the country needs world-class professionals.
Rwanda's higher learning ecosystem is growing rapidly with a strong emphasis on aligning education with national development goals. In the field of hospitality and tourism, I would say there is a growing recognition that world-class service delivery is key to sustaining Rwanda's ambitions as a premium destination. While traditional academic models still dominate, institutions like Vatel Rwanda are offering more applied, industry-responsive programs that ensure that graduates are not only equipped academically, but also are equipped operationally, ready to work from day one.
Vatel Rwanda, part of one of the world's most prestigious hospitality school networks, is preparing that talent.
Vatel Rwanda is a hospitality business school. Our main focus is on developing future hotel managers, entrepreneurs, and leaders in the hospitality and tourism sectors. We believe in learning by doing, by combining rigorous academic instructions with hands-on professional practices. With that said, our students gain real-world experience at Nura, our African fine dining training restaurant located in Kiyovu, where they are immersed in high-level service environments from early in their academic journeys. It was established in response to a clear need. While the hospitality and tourism industry is one of the fastest growing sectors across Africa, too many young people are excluded from its opportunities in Africa, I would say. And it's more because of lack of access to quality education. So our founder, Nicole Bamukunde, having access to that quality education, he personally experienced the impact of Vatel's world-class professional training from France, and she saw it as the potential to bring it to Rwanda, to bring that same standard to Rwanda. The main goal was bold, is to equip Rwandan and African youth with the skills, confidence, and global exposures where they need to excel in the same industry as she's excelling as well. So at Vatel Rwanda, we don't go beyond. Our main belief is that with the right training and environment, African youth are just as capable as anyone else on the global stage. So we exist here to prepare them for dignified, skilled careers in hospitality, whether as chefs, managers, or future entrepreneurs.
Here, students are trained as managers, entrepreneurs, and industry leaders. Through hands-on learning, internships, and international exchanges, they graduate ready for the global stage.
Our curriculum emphasizes service excellence, event management, and intercultural communication, positioning our students and graduates to take on key roles in hotels, venues, and into MIS operations across Rwanda.
So you come here, you go to classes, you get to be in the different environments. I've worked my practical application in many places, I can say. I've been at Marriott, I've been at Kivunwar Cafe, I've been at Parking by Radisson, we are here in Nura. So the experience in Vatel is, in one word, is rewarding. You're going to go in different places to practice what you've been learning. You're going to meet different people. You're going to work in different events. For example, I've worked in FIA, it's the F1 Formula that was held here in Rwanda. Most of the students here in Vatel were there in Chogam. We get these opportunities that make you stand out as a Vatel student that's going to create the confidence in you. So that's part of the experience.
On campus, Vatel operates its own restaurant, a living classroom where students practice, serve, and master the art of hospitality.
I've learned how to communicate perfectly, how to articulate what I want. I've learned how to lead from Vatel. I've learned how to actually act like a professional person. I can give better service. I can make reports. I can, do marketing and sales. I can do finance. I can even make beds. That's housekeeping. I can give great service to the personnel just by serving them, but also talking to them, guest interactions. Currently, I'm the guest relations here at Neura Restaurant, where we practice what we've been learning. So I possess a lot of skills that are actually needed on the market worldwide. There is a lot. We study a lot in Vatel. We study law. If I'm to open my own restaurant today or tomorrow, I know the laws that are going to govern my restaurant. Those are the skills that I collected from Vatel.
My time at Vatel Rwanda laid the foundation for my career in hospitality by instilling a commitment to excellence in everything we do. At Vatel, mediocrity is never an option. The combination of high-quality education and hands-on experience through internships at Radisson Blu, Kigali Marriott Hotel, Convention Center, and Neura Restaurant gave me both the technical skills and the leadership abilities to excel as the restaurant manager.
Graduates are already making their mark, managing luxury lodges, leading top hotels, and setting new benchmarks in the service excellence.
Several of our graduates have successfully launched their guest houses. They have created their catering companies, event management firms, and even boutique travel services and so on. Beyond entrepreneurship, our dual education model is that combines theory and practice. Combining both theory with the professional practice, it builds a workforce that is agile, solution-oriented, and ready to lead. We are not only producing skilled managers, but also future employers and change makers who are contributing to Rwanda's vision of knowledge-based, service-driven economy.
Since 2022, I've been working as a manager at RSB Limited, overseeing 2 restaurants, Surgeon Table and 14th Avenue Wine and Bar. The skills I developed at Vatel Rwanda, combined with my internship experiences, have been a key in helping me to manage multiple restaurant concepts. The knowledge I gained at Vatel, especially in areas like wine selection, guest service, and staff training, is directly relevant to my current role. It has prepared me to manage operations smoothly and deliver great dining experiences.
For Rwanda's booming hospitality sector, Vatel is more than a school. It is the engine shaping the professionals who will carry the industry forward.
What I value most is how my education at Vatel aligns with Rwanda's goal to raise service standards in the tourism industry. I'm proud to contribute to Rwanda's growing reputation as a top business and leisure destination, especially through enhancing the dining experience in Kigali. Vatel gave me the tools I needed to succeed in restaurant management while also supporting Rwanda's tourism development.
People are having a different concept than they used to before. And I think we are blessed as Rwanda because we are believed in to host all these events. And I feel like it's a privilege for most students that are in hospitality. There's actually even more cramming. So I think we are needed at the market. That's why we should all be able to stand up, be confident, and go work. We have Movenpick, we have Zero Record. Those are the different establishments that are waiting for us as the hospitality students. So the only thing they want is the skills, the confidence, and being able to do what you're supposed to do. So Rwanda is on a good growth.
From the farm fields of Bugesera to the high-end restaurants of Kigali, Rwanda's higher learning institutions are proving that education is not just about classrooms. They are engines of transformation, redefining agriculture, reshaping hospitality, and inspiring a new generation to see education as exciting, modern, and full of possibility.
You know, our students and youth out there talk about making agriculture sexy. There's no country which can make true progress without a strong agriculture sector. We believe that we are focusing on youth. We believe that we are focused on making agriculture sexy, and therefore RICA will continue to play its role to strengthen agriculture in Rwanda and beyond the borders of Rwanda. So again, it meets with the vision to impact livelihoods, to touch the lives of small-scale farmers from the city to the rural end, and to see that our farmers make a good living for themselves.
They are innovators, entrepreneurs, leaders, and game changers.